What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome to the shit show.
You were my addiction, the thrill and the pain, caught in your whirlwind, dancing in the rain. Thought that I could change you, thought that I could save, but your love's a grave, and it's me that you enslave. Late nights, visions of what could have been real. You were my comfort, wrapped in your surreal. That toxic embrace had a hold on my soul.
Now you might be asking, hey, why'd you take the engine out of your car? Well, let's take a look. And right here, as you can see, this is my filter, and the inside of my filter, I should say, after I cut it open, spread it all out, let it dry out for a couple days. You can kind of see there's a bunch of glitter. The light's not really picking it up, but there is a bunch of glitter in there. And then you can kind of see in these pleats, it's all sparkly all the way through the filter. Now it's not like craziness, but the last like 4 times probably I've changed the oil in this thing. That's the way it's looked, and it's not, like I said, it's it's pretty bad, but it's not as bad as I've seen it, where there's like mountains of stuff in each one of those crevices and the pleats. But yeah, so we've got the engine right here, as you can see, and I left some of the accessories on it to pull it out. And yeah, this is 3 years that this engine's been in here, and I have not been nice to it. So we got to get this mess kind of cleaned up, and then clear a spot out so we can actually get the engine on the stand that's on the other side of the Explorer, get the stand over here in the center, and then get the accessories and stuff off the engine, and then we can finally roll this thing over and see what we got going. Now I'm hoping that I can just put some bearings in this thing, a new oil pump, etc. Still had good oil pressure when I shut it off. I just didn't want to send this car anymore, seeing that in the filter. Some people might be like, oh, that's kind of crazy. Well, when you're throwing, 20 plus PSI at an LS just on 85, I get some people are crazier than that, but I was looking to get closer, pretty much yard this thing out, 27, 28 pounds, and just run it to what I think it can run. It's been on 22 PSI at the track, so I want to lean on this thing a lot harder. So that's why we're doing it. What's up, y'all? Obviously, day 2. Got the engine sitting over here, and what I need to do is I need to get this plate off, and then pop the valve covers off, undo the rockers and everything else, and then yeah, so we can get the heads off. So we're gonna do that real quick, and then we can flip the engine over, start getting the business on that. But yeah, I guess the thing we're gonna be looking at here is hopefully when we get it flipped over and we pull the pan, that the bearings aren't too trashed. Like I said, it still had good oil pressure running, driving around, in boost, everything. It just had dropped a few PSI here and there. I'm talking like a max of like 5 PSI over time from when I built it. So just concerned about the shavings. So hopefully we don't get in there. Hopefully we don't see any discolored rods behind the bearings or anything like that, or discolored mains or anything like that. So yeah, we'll have to get this top part done, get the heads put on the table, and then yeah, flip it over. It's probably gonna make even more of a mess than what we got under the car right now, but yeah, we're gonna get to doing that, and we'll see what we got.
Every time you leave, you take a piece of me. I'm lost in the echo of who we used to be, chasing memories like shadows in the dark. Your love's a fire, but it's burning down my heart. I'm torn between the love and the pain, trying to break free, but it's hard to explain. This toxic love, it's a hurricane, bringing the thunder, drowning in the rain. I can't let go, you still haunt my dreams. In the heartache, love's not what it seems. Used to think that we were strong, like we'd never break. but now every move feels like a mistake. Screaming in the silence, I'm still holding tight. In this endless battle, I can't win the fight. We're stuck in this cycle, lost in the game, but deep down inside, I still call your name. I still call your name. Yeah. This toxic love, it's a hurricane, bringing the thunder, drowning in the rain. I can't let go, you still haunt my dreams. In the heartache, love's not what it seems. I'm still tangled in this twisted fate.
All right, so got the heads off. Let you guys have a little look at the heads, the pistons, the top of the motor for right now. I'm just gonna leave the lifters in the motor with the trays. So yeah, let's take a look at this thing. It's probably close to, gosh, it's hard to say, like 15,000 miles. We'll just say 15,000 miles in 3 years. So let's take a look at it. Kind of hard to see with the reflection of the piston, but it's not too bad. I mean, I've seen worse. So now on the top of these pistons, I do run E85 in this engine, so I don't know. It seemed to be always like that every time I've taken the head off. Just a little dirty. That's not anything. I thought that was maybe a nick, but it's just some shit on the pistons. So I haven't really examined the gaskets too well, but kind of see here. I can kind of see these are some 823s with some headwork. That little hole right there is where the threads are for the rockers, so that's why I got to make sure that I put sealant in these things when I do them. So it's kind of weird on these guys. I've always got these like little marks going down from the valve. I've always thought they were like leaking, but I'll take them to the head guy, see what he says. Obviously you can see there's a little bit of CNC work done to these things. And if you're from Washington, these are some back in the day SPS heads. Alright, so now that I showed you that, we gotta get this engine turned over and probably let it drain like the rest of the way out into this pan, and then we'll get the oil pan off. We even got another filter here, so if you guys didn't believe me on the flakes, we can actually cut that one open too as a part of this video. But yeah, we're gonna get it flipped over, get the pan off, and then we can really start to see what we're working with. I tried looking at the cam. I mean, what's funny about this engine is I reuse my blower cam. So it's a stage 3 blower cam, BTR blower cam, and I reuse that. I mean, it's got some wear on it, but I don't know. We'll determine that if we're going to get into the cam, replace the cam. But for now, we're going to get the engine flipped over, get it drained out, and get this pan off. Hell yeah. Alright, so we got this off. We still got to take this tray off, the windage tray, but check it down in here, dude. It's like some goop. I don't know what that is. It's like goldish, like looks like paint actually.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
And then you look right here. And this might not have affected the oil pressure, but it damn well could have. Check this out. What in the hell is that? I think this is actually to the oil pan somewhere, but y'all can look up that number if you want. But there's definitely those are little metal flakes, dude. And there is some shit in there, boy. Dang. Alright, now I'm curious to see what's under this cover. I am not too excited to find what I think I'm going to, by seeing all that stuff in the pickup tube. So it's not very promising. It doesn't look good. I mean, there's seriously some chunks bigger than I've ever seen before. So, like I said, it's not too promising right now for what is under door number 2. Pickup tube off. Yeah, good times. All right. There goes the tray. What we're looking at, but none of the mains look discolored. So, I mean, that doesn't mean anything. I need to start pulling some. I need to start pulling some caps off and a couple rod bolts and go from there. Got all our rods, back sides of the pistons. Kind of see. I don't see anything too crazy, to be honest. Kind of see down on the. Kind of see the cam lobes down there a little bit. But yeah, and all these hot spots on the crank, this is just how it was balanced. So never mind that. Never mind that, y'all. All these rods look straight. And this thing, dude, it turns over like super nice. Obviously there's no plugs in it, but yeah, we need to pull some rod caps, so we're gonna start looking at those next. Undo these side ones real quick and then pop them out, and then pop this main cap off.
The stop bumper that way too, but maybe not. Well, when you get it off, it's kind of a pain in the ass. You'll know.
Yeah, I'm just popping these. Real quick here.
So, the one cylinder that you had water suspect,
Yeah.
I would definitely check that one.
That was number 1. But that was when I first put the fucking engine together.
You have a caliper there,
No.
so you'll want to get a caliper because this isn't something you can eyeball. But you take the bearing out of the top of the main cap, not the bottom, but the top.
Yeah.
I mean, not the main cap, but the rod cap. Rod bearing. The top rod bearing. And you measure it at its width. And you measure it towards the end, and then you measure it right in the middle. And if it's a couple thousandths wide, you'll want to replace them. That means that they're getting smashed.
Okay. Alright, so we've got the main thrust out. Obviously the sides don't look too bad, but as you can see, the center, there are some lines in it. So you can kind of feel those with my fingernail. You can kind of definitely feel those with my fingernail. So we'll look at the crank. You kind of see this one too. I had my gloves off, and it's pretty smooth, but can still kind of feel it just a little bit. First rod cap that I got off, and you can kind of see there's a line right down the center. I mean, you can definitely feel it, and there's all these little spots you can kind of see in there. Something definitely went through here. So haven't quite found it yet, but there's that. Let me show you the top of it here in a second. Here's the top. I know you guys can see that, but there's a little smudge like right here. You kind of see it kind of smudge the bearing a little bit. They're not absolutely tore up, but they definitely need replaced, and I don't know what went through it. We haven't found it yet. Still got to get the oil pump off, go through that, see if it was giving up. But yeah, on to the next. Well guys, before I even got a chance to get to the oil pump, might have found something that pretty much put a hold on everything. So I was looking for where the material came from, and I popped all the main caps off, and when I went to pull the last one, that's when I seen something I've only heard about, never really seen it. And keep in mind, these are still cast main caps. But yeah, let's take a look. So as you can see, here's the mains. They don't look too terrible, to be honest. I mean, they're still pretty smooth, but here we go. We got over to this first one over here. And then, yeah, let's just get into it. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off for y'all right now. Yeah, there we go. It came out in 2 pieces. Now these rub marks don't apply. They're not on the side of my crank or anything. I already checked that. Most of them are all smooth just like this on both sides, but yeah, that's not on the crank, so I don't know if that was from a previous episode, but yeah, I've heard about this, but I've never really seen it, so very weird. But yeah, that's the main, that's the other one. We didn't pull this one out because it's still got to pull the cover off of the backside of the engine to actually get this main out. So yeah, now I got to get on the phone and call a few people that I know, see what I can do. I don't know if we can just put some billet main caps in this thing. I think that those cast ones are actually proprietary to the block. I'm not sure though. I don't know if we can just replace a main cap, but I'm going to end the video off here. It's kind of disappointing. I was figuring I could just polish up the crank, throw some bearings in it, and we'd probably be good to go, depending on what else I found in the engine. But yeah, we're going to kind of leave it off right here for right now. And looks like my little season is over, at least for the beginning part, until we can figure this out. So I'm going to get on the phone, and I'm going to leave you guys with a little dyno action of the Nova that I hope to be driving here soon, and helping my buddy Scott with. So I'll leave you with that. Thanks for watching. Put your comments down below what you think, if you've got any advice, anything like that. Like I said, 3 years. My buddy brought up a pretty good point that if that would have came apart when I was driving the car, I probably would have lost the car, providing that it probably would have blew the block out or something, and my car doesn't have a pan or anything under it to catch anything, so that oil would have probably went right under my tires, and it probably would have happened on the big end. So I'm glad we found it now. I don't know, something was telling me to tear apart this engine. So I'm gonna leave you with some dyno footage, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.